Hi everybody, it's Steve and Michael for chapter 15 of Tales from the CRIP. We've had a fantastic week. A lot of things have gotten better. The bleeding has changed into proper with the Cipro. That was a good thing. Everything's healthy. But Steve and I both agree that the topic for the week that we want to chat about is Miss Suzanne Sommers.
Oh, for the love of all that is human. You know what? I'm just going to say this. She was on Good Morning America. And there she was talking about stem cells. And talking about how they may be able to rebuild her boobs. Number one. Who wants to see 60-year-old woman's boobs? Except for other 60-year-old men.
Absolutely.
And
or 60-year-old lesbians also.
Well, don't get me started there.
Yeah, okay.
And then I had mentioned this on Facebook. And now, this person that I had gone to high school with,
Kelly Toms.
That's terrible to even say. Anyway, but she started to defend her and everything. You know what, Kelly? I'm gonna put this out to you. I understand if you have very, very steady in your head Suzanne Sommers' boobs. But you know what? I was kind of hoping for stem cells to save me from dying, but I'm not going to. So you know what? Have a lovely time with Suzanne's boobs. Wish you the best.
Boobs rock. I don't want boobs. Do you want boobs?
Oh, no.
However, it was a source of contention for most of the week. And rightfully so. Suzanne, really enough. Red Solo Cup night to you. Want to take some questions from people? Let's go to Julie Webb from Spain. She says, what would you say to anyone seriously ill or in hospice if they had been offered Reiki but was not sure whether or not to accept it?
I say do everything you can to feel better. Everything. And you know what? There is a lot of stuff that we don't know that can help. And that is one of them. Don't you think?
Prayer works. I don't care. This is more of an energy transfer system more than a godly prayer biblical deal. So, I would certainly say don't turn a dark horse down.
Yeah. Well, no, prayers work if you're not thinking about boobs all the time. Anyway, go ahead.
Boobs, boobs, boobs. Anywho, Nancy Toomis, so a good friend of ours, a good friend of Anthony Mark Hankins too. Who wears the pants in the family, she wants to know.
You know what, I'm going to be very honest with you. I can't stand up and put pants on, but I'll tell you what, in my head, I'm wearing them.
This bitch wears the pants. I'm just the maid, really.
I'm an ass.
True that. He beats me too, just so you know. But the bruises are on the inside, like all of ours. Also, her second question is: if you both had one wish, what would it be? What's your wish?
You know what? I'll tell you, I don't feel like I'm done yet. And I think, oh my God, I'm crying like a girl. I think I'd like to keep going. I would.
I don't think you're going anytime soon.
Nah. You know what? People get so jealous of having to be surrounded by good-looking people, and that's terrible.
It's a curse.
But I hate to do that to them.
He's an asshole. Anyways, Shannon Sybil from the UK, our good girl.
Oh, I love that.
Shannon, Gary, and Mother. This is a great question. What's the best advice you've ever taken?
You know what? Before my career really took off, when I had first joined Elizabeth Arden, my vice president, we were out to lunch, and I was just getting started, and he looked at me and he said, Steve, run with it. And when he said, Steve, run with it, I did. And I ended up being director of business development for the corporation, core run design team. I was voted in I was voted in a Lore magazine of one of the top 12 hairstyles
Year
in
2000.
the country. You know, I thank you, Gene Lamana, for saying and giving me the advice after telling you what I wanted to do and saying for me to run with it, that I could do anything that I wanted to do. And it was true, I could.
Shout out to Gino Lamana from Elizabeth Arden. One more question from Shannon Sibold. Also, what do you regret most in life? Double header for Shannon tonight.
I don't know if I regret anything. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't think I really do. I think I did everything I wanted to do. I'm thrilled about it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping now that it hadn't happened so quickly, so that somebody somewhere is looking at their pad saying, "Yeah, he finished it all. It's time to go." Well, I didn't realize. I would have slowed down.
Well, you're slowing down now, and you're accomplishing a lot more. Also from Nancy Toomas, where did you guys meet? Do you want to tell this story? Or shall I?
You tell it.
Here's the way we met in a nutshell. I was planning to leave Elizabeth Arden. I was sick and tired of hair, and I got a potential job with Elite in Vancouver as junior booker. That same day that I got the job, Steve phoned me in Vancouver saying, "Don't leave Elizabeth Arden yet, the company's changing. Let's go ahead and go to Vegas." So we met in Vegas.
My VP called me and asked me to ask him to stay with the company because he was so integral to the corporate structure in which we were moving.
And so then we met in Vegas. 2 weeks later, he came down to open. Elizabeth Arden opened a Red Door expansion worth a couple $1 million in Vancouver. Slight battery change. Anyways, so went out to Vegas, met Steve. Steve came out to Vancouver to open the Red Door expansion, and then basically kind of we fell in love. It's the age-old story where two gay guys meet, two gay guys go to a gay bar, two gay guys hook up, and then 4 months later I moved to America and moved.
But we had, oh my God, in Vancouver we had this big show to do. So me and him and I, were doing this big show in Vancouver, hair show. Well, we have it on tape. The best thing about the show, it was a good show, is that if you know us, you could tell that me and him are trying to outdo each other. It was just so good. And let me tell you, I was hot. Oh.
That's when he still could walk, and he used to, both Steve and I used to go ahead and cut hair in a full suit with French cuffs, and that was the whole Elizabeth Arden thing. And so when you came to get your hair cut, you didn't have some sloppy hairdresser with tattoos in her neck. You had two guys in, suits and French. Those were the days.
It was fun. And it makes me a little upset that people think that people that I had worked with before, it's not like, I think of it as everybody has to start somewhere and do what they're doing. It just so happened that Arden it ended up taking the pinnacle of me, and I became the pinnacle of myself.
Yeah.
I mean, when I got chosen by Allure magazine as one of the best in the country, I cried. I mean, there's very few things that could happen in your life.
In April 2000, Allure edition, in the directory, Steve was named one of the top 13 hairdressers in the country, right alongside Sally Hirschberger. I will tell you honestly, yes, he did cry when the magazine came out, and I will tell you honestly, he milked that bitch of a cover for a year. I have no idea how I let him do this, but he was the king and reigning queen in this house. So, yeah. However, I want to thank all of you for tuning in to Chapter 15 of Tales from the Crypt. Did you have fun this week?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was
I
good
really
time.
did.
Okay. Want to pass out some prayers to Susie Gibbs, a little sick in the
Yeah,
hospital.
Susie,
I know,
love
we
ya.
miss you tons, but everybody else, feel free to go ahead and post your questions on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. For Michael and Steve, have a great Saturday.
Susie, don't think of Kelly's boobs.
Don't think of Kelly's boobs. Oh, boobs. Plus, Steve Freeman's coming back.
Yeah! I love her.
Yeah, she's good stuff. Anyways, happy Saturday, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.